Hey, welcome to another toy review by the 80s Transformer fan. I am George, and today we got Vintage versus Reissue, the Encore Devastator versus the original gift set. And we're going to jump right in and take a look. This is the Encore Reissue Devastator 20A, which is the animated version, or attempt at the animated version, where he has a more cartoon accurate head, not the cartoon accurate head, because he came with a few different looks in the cartoon and a couple repaints. Here is the box. The box art was slightly differs from the American version, and the biggest difference is the back of the box with Devastator on the back of the box instead of a giant shockwave. Right over here you can see some of the upgraded colors on the back of the box, and that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna jump right into this one. Now let's take a look at the G1 box. This is pretty beat up. Artwork, unmodified, unaltered, unupdated. Guys in the box, back of the box, Grimlock and no Devastator. Shockwave flying in. So you gotta merge the guy. Alright, let's get this guy open. Devastator is my favorite combiner. He might not be the best combiner, but he's my favorite. And when I say favorite, I mean with a combination of the actual toy itself and comic book and cartoon storyline. He's my favorite. The voice of the 80s. Alright, here we have a sticker sheet and instruction pack with bio card and mail away on the inside. And here we have Devastator in a clear clamshell. We'll take him out. First guy I'm going to go for is Scrapper, the leader of the Constructicons. Here he is in a, I believe, steam shovel mode. Nice little chroming on the tires, wheels. Articulation in this mode, as if there's any. The shovel can move up and down. And bring in the original G1. Same thing. They've changed the green. This is a little bit more yellowish green to make it look more cartoon accurate. But on the chest it has a lighter purple. That's pretty much the only differences I see for these two guys in vehicle mode. Move on to Mixmaster. Obviously the biggest difference is he has what most people customize and Crazy Debbie made later on. The purple mixing drum. Here is the G1 original. Again, the lighter green on the reissue. And the purple mixing drum. The only difference is, and the lighter purple is going to be a theme, and the eyes are, you can see this guy's eyes without transforming. His eyes are painted red, so these were just gray paint across the face, a little bit more detail. And the stickers are pre-applied. It's not paint, it's stickers pre-applied on this guy. And I guess, oh, I didn't pay attention to his stickers are pre-applied also. Moving on to Long Haul. They added some great detail into the front grille. Gave him some headlights. It was not here. And they made the little smoke exhaust thing black here. It's purple here. A little bit more detail. And again, stickers pre-applied. Purple's lighter. Same old, different production stamping date. Only difference is there. Moving on. Next we're going to go with Hook. which may have been considered the Constructicons version of Spock, the second in command. Again, the same differences. On this toy, there's a little notch here. Hopefully I'm going to find out what that's for shortly. That doesn't exist on the original. Upside down. Again, the stickers pre-applied. Some of them anyway. And the only differences I see on these two. I'll go with Scavenger next. Out of the box. Pretty much identical other than color differences in this mode. And now to Bone Crusher, which may have had the least amount of airtime on a cartoon individually anyway. Again, the lighter purple. Not much difference in paint apps on this one. At least not in Steam Shovel mode. And there you have the basic 6 Constructicons and their differences. Alright, I had a Constructicons in what I like to call Phase 2 mode. They mentioned it once on the cartoon, but never really transformed into it. This is where they're in their weaponized mode. Like Scrapper comes with the chest piece, and in this vehicle mode, it becomes like, I guess like a laser cannon, or maybe they're missiles that fire off. I don't know. When I was a kid, I would fly them around like this because it kind of looks like wings, but weaponized mode isn't something new they're doing with newer toys. It's been around since the beginning. Here is Hook in this weaponized mode with the head attachment. I guess this is so they can carry around the parts forming pieces to make it less parts former. And his crane extends. He has a little chrome hook. And you can either use it as a laser or a missile that fires. Bone Crusher. The arm, which is now black, originally was purple, has a little drill piece, I guess, where he can drill or fire, or it can be a laser. Same thing with Scavenger. And they never really showed that in the cartoon. I don't think they ever showed the little drills in vehicle mode or in robot mode, because you can also like switch his hand out to this. Mixmaster, a little bit more simple. He has Devastator's main gun and his personal laser pistol, rifle, whatever. And Long Haul, probably the best use of pieces. The waist piece and the legs piece turn into rocket launchers, or you can use them as missiles like I did when I was a kid. And this is what was technically Phase 2. Okay, I'm gonna go down the line and get these guys transformed. Well, I'm at it. Take a look. I never really mess with the rub symbols. Take a look at it, see if it's functioning. Yeah, it's functioning just fine. Nothing major to the transformation. And here is Scrapper with a little bit more added paint details on his face. Here is G1 Scrapper with no painted eyes, and the top of the visor piece, top of his forehead is painted. A little bit more paint detail, which is cool. Moving on to Mixmaster. Flip his little legs around. He was the only one. This is why I like these guys so much. He was the only one that really had a flaw in his transformation. Like, these were his feet, but you know, it doesn't slide apart or anything. It was just connected. But other than that, he's like, to me, probably the worst one. He's not bad. Again, showed you before, he has painted eyes in there. Also in this mode, you can put this weapon right on top of his head. It fires. And we never saw that in the cartoon. I'm going to put that in there. Set him back there. Kind of how he was meant to be. Here is Long Haul. Showed you the painted apps. A lot of chrome in his legs, which is very nice. Legs are very stiff. You can hear it. His arms out. His fists out. And his head out. And look at that beautifully painted head to look cartoon accurate. And here is the original hanging with this guy, and I like these a lot better. I mean, I love my originals. By the way, this is my original set from a child. It didn't come in a gift box. I bought the gift box later, but this is my original Devastator set from childhood, and I think it's my only surviving original from childhood. But those are the differences in robot mode. Going to get to Hook, which was sort of like the second in charge, sometimes argued to be in charge. Right there it is. Slide the feet out. Wait, he probably was the most complicated guy, not these complicated. The crane just hangs out behind him, this long piece. Good luck sitting in a chair. There's his face, you can see. And here is the original Hook. Again, mostly with differences in a couple of the guys. They painted the eyes cartoon red. But that's about it. And Bone Crusher. It always tripped me out how some of the guys would have like British accents or something like that when they never like were in Britain. Maybe they had British guys on Cybertron. I don't know. But yeah. I can perform flawlessly within a microbe. Here is Bone Crusher with his nice new face. And this one, only the visor was painted. And here the visor's red and the face gets the silver paint apps. I don't see any other differences in these guys. The stamping's a lot different. This one just says TOMY made in China. And this one has a slew of things. It has Hasbro, 84, some Japanese writing, then TAKARA company, then Japan 80 through 84 on the back of this one. There is Bone. Here is Scavenger. And as a kid, I shoveled a lot of dirt, and I always wish these guys were bigger, like Optimus Prime size or more, just so I can like just have more play value, like playing in the dirt and doing what construction vehicles do. But I guess I want to get that in the new Combiners Award version Devastator and more, the biggest combiner ever. Really can't wait. But anyway, they didn't get this guy any like little wheels under the bottom, so he can't. Just gotta kind of push him. It kind of sucks. Get him transformed. And look at that, popped out. Oh, what's up with that? Guess it went right back in there. There's always something popping out on these damn things. And there's his face. And the G1. They completely changed. He had the little mouthpiece painted silver and the thing on his forehead. The forehead is not painted here, but the mouth is. And again, a nice upgrade on each one of these guys, making them very cartoon accurate. All right, here's a quick look at these guys holding their individual weapons. And the set really looks good. The brighter green looks amazing. I really like what they did. I like when they reissue, keep it faithful, but make slight changes, letting you know that it is a reissue and an update. And here's with this weapon, a little highly detailed little pistol. That's just like my favorite handgun out of the set. And one little note, while I was transforming these guys, no, not when I was transforming, when I was putting the weapons in their hand, this guy's arm just fell out. I was able to just pop it right back in right here. But in 30 years, this is my toy from my childhood. 30 years, this arm never came out, but this one popped right out. And I think it's something maybe they're doing different with the design. Like it was like a tight fit, putting it in the hand and the arm just fell off. Take a look at this guy's weapon. Nice little detail. And like I said, these guys are much better than most of the combiners. And you saw his foot, I think it was this foot, just popped out, popped right back in. These guys are much better because I like the individual legs. They have, you know, a little arm articulation, but these guys are much better than, I'd say, the TAKARAs, like Blot. I don't know what's going on with that. He's terrible. Some of the Technobots are terrible, and the CONSTRUCTICONs, the individual limbs to the CONSTRUCTICONs are all awful. So this is what makes these guys my my favorite combiners, because like I said, they look good in individual robot mode. You know, they pretty much only move at the arm, but you know, they stand well and they look good. They look uniform as a team. You don't have like 4 or 5 different colors going on, like one guy matches this guy color, the guy matches this color. They all match. You got the green, the purple, the silver, the black thrown in, and the chrome. And with the only guy that's not really that great as far as feet is this guy. You got to kind of know that's the separation of the legs. But he's like the worst guy. Not that he's terrible. He's like the worst guy out of the set. And long haul. And I know it's people say, well, it's due to transformation, but he can actually, you can actually pose him and sometimes get him to stand, maybe a little bit. Not today, but this one has leg articulation. Scavenger has leg articulation as well. You know, I know it's just transformation, but it counts. It counts. So there are the Constructicons. Now I'm gonna get these guys merged. Alright, so here's Devastator all transformed. And I gotta tell you, I had some issues, and I don't know if you can see it from this angle, but I'm gonna turn them to the side. And you can see just the chest is angling down. I had a lot of issues with getting Scrapper to hold into his little pegs, and the little part that goes in the long haul is like bent. Like it's a little piece that pegs behind a tire in there, right in there, and it's sort of on an angle which has him like curving out. I'm gonna try to show it to you better in a second. Like he won't peg in correctly, and again, like I say, the chest is falling over, and there's a few things not lining up. But before I'm gonna break them down, but I'm gonna bring in the original Devastator, and again, you can just see where this Devastator is like about to fall over. His head is straight up, but it looks like it's angling down. I'm gonna turn him to the side, turn this guy to the side, so you can more or less see it. How about, oh yeah, and it's coming off. It just came right off. It won't quite stay on there, and I'm really disappointed at that. I kept messing with it to See what I can do now. The other leg's coming off. And I've been playing with this damn toy. This is not like a masterpiece where I might not know what I'm doing. I had this. This is my original toy from late '84 because it came out before '85. Here are the two. And let me take this guy apart real quick. I want you to see if you can see it. What I see. Take the chest plate off. Hangs on there pretty good. And I'm gonna take off. Well, I'm gonna take the whole front half off. And you can see where it doesn't angle straight across. Like this side is kind of back. It's not even straight across without adding a piece. And then this is just the front leg. This is just bent back and kicked out. And even before that guy in there, even before you get it merged, it's sort of hunched over. Like long haul is already facing down before you get it merged. And that's real disappointing. Alright, keeping the toy view rolling. Both Devastators side by side. I'm trying to zoom in on the face. There's the new, supposed to be cartoon accurate face, even though it changed several times on the cartoon, versus the original head. Which there were moments where it looked like this just with red eyes. Speaking of red eyes, years ago I bought like a spare head and painted the eyes red and added a few more paint apps to the head that the original didn't have, like the sides painted. And then right after that, Crazy Debbie made their take on the cartoon head. So now I got like 4 variations of a Devastator head. But the best thing about Crazy Debbie, they added LED light. Anyway, that's later. Well, there's my first custom head. But it's really sad because this thing keeps falling apart on me. But to show some more differences, the forearms are cartoon black, whereas this one is the same color purple with the little green firing mechanism in the arm. And by the way, these things, it fires just great. I mean, still fires. It fires the fist, and which they never showed in the cartoon. The guy convert his hand to this and maybe drill into an Autobot. Maybe that was too graphic, but it fires the drill as well. On both hands, it fires just fine. Alright, this one is supposed to be the more cartoon accurate version, the Encore Reissue. And I'm going to compare it to my Crazy Devastator version and see which one is more cartoon accurate. Now, the best thing about the Crazy Debbie upgrade set, which I don't have all the pieces. I have a lot of them, but I don't have all of them. And then some of the pieces I have I didn't connect, like the arm swivel thing. There it is with the purple drum. Like some of the Crazy Debbie parts are like just don't work well. And definitely if you get the Crazy Debbie parts, when you put it together, it's just for show. You can't play with it, it's gonna fall apart on you. They should have hollowed out the arms. I think they're a little bit too big. The fingers fall apart if you play with it. The gun's cool. The larger gun is cool compared to the regular gun. Again, they made the forearms black, mixing drum purple. And the best thing was he has individually articulated legs now. But the best thing is also the worst thing. It's a pain getting his guy to stand just right and stand up. You see, he's like kind of sloppy. I mean, you can play with it and get it real nice. I've done that, but I don't want to keep touching it and knock it over for the toy review. But this is Crazy Debbie's take on an anime accurate Devastator. And here's TAKARA TOMY Encore take on a cartoon accurate Devastator. And it's fitting that like all these faces are different because the cartoon, the face would just change like from frame to frame. They go to commercial and come back and he have a new face. But I really did. I love Devastator. I love his attitude, the personality. When he combined and ha ha, a trap it is, Optimus Prime, and no way out. Okay, to close out this toy review, take another look at the Encore Devastator, which is pretty much the focal point of this toy review. And just to see this guy leaning over, if I had bought this at a retailer, at a Target or Walmart, Toys R Us, I would take the guy back. Bought it online. He's going for about $100, a little bit more, a little bit less. I got him for $75 shipped, and yeah, with this, if I could, I would take it back and see if I can get and buy another one if it was like on the store shelves, and see if this was just a random problem. But he's just hunched over, and like I say, it's not the assembly. I know that. I know my Devastators, and if you could just see it curved out right there, and he's just he's looking down. It's a damn shame too. I'm gonna drop in some pictures at the end. Tell me what you think. This has been George, the 80s Transformer fan, and I'll see you soon.